lots of trade rumors going around the NFL right now, and the Broncos are in the middle of some of them. Vernon Davis has his playing time cut back in San Francisco. Is a good tight end when he's healthy. Broncos are said to be tied to the Vernon Davis rumors. If you're the Broncos and you are going to make a trade, are you going to make a trade for a running back or a tight end? Which is more important to you right now?
Neither.
Would you make a trade?
No. Not for a running back or a tight end, because
Okay.
you can't convince me. And bring me a name, and I'll say yes. I mean, I'm
okay. I'll bring you a name.
Okay.
I think they ought to be picking up the phone and offering the Chicago Bears a 4th-round pick for Matt Forte.
Matt Forte can make a difference. Vernon Davis, I don't think, can make a difference.
I used to be a huge Vernon Davis fan, not lately.
I think when the window closed on the Niners, one of the large reasons why it did is for whatever reason, lack of health, had done everything he wanted to do in the game. Vernon Davis isn't the player he used to be. So
Garrett Selleck is getting more snaps at tight end than Vernon Davis in San Francisco.
So Vernon Davis doesn't intrigue me. I don't know how you make a trade for an offensive lineman in the middle of the season. If they could do that, I would love that.
Who's going to get rid of a good offensive lineman?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know.
Especially left tackle. Nobody's going to trade a good left tackle.
But I do want to look into that red dot and say this. I'm one of those knuckleheads who last season, while all the Broncos coaches and all the Broncos fans were bad-mouthing Julius Thomas for being a lightweight, I said, that's Peyton's go-to guy in the red zone.
But Mark,
and they're missing him. They're missing him. Missing him.
Come on, Mark. If you had to make that deal with Julius Thomas, would you have signed him to what he was asking for, knowing he's having trouble staying on the field, and he goes down to Jacksonville and he can't stay on the field there either?
How many touchdown catches does Demaryius Thomas have?
Okay. One.
I would have.
Daniels has 2.
Yeah, I know.
That's tight end.
There you go.
He has 2.
Okay. I just think that Peyton Manning.
Would you have paid Julius Thomas?
Yes.
Really?
I would have tried to find a way to pay. I would have franchised tag DT and found a way.
That's a good move. That turns out to be a good move.
And tried to find middle ground with Julius Thomas. But having said that, it was broken. The relationship was broken.
Yeah.
So I miss him. I know Peyton misses him. But I also know by the middle of December last year, there's no way that Julius Thomas was coming back. He didn't like them. Broncos didn't like him.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you start hearing things from inside Dove Valley, when they start planting those seeds, oh, he's kind of soft, he's kind of weak, you know they're not bringing him back. Yeah, we knew they weren't bringing him back.
So I admit that. I admit that. But if you want to make a play for Forte and you actually think you can get him, well, that's a legitimate difference maker.
Yes,
in an
he
offense.
is. And he is. And what he does is he makes your offensive line better in a way. The offensive line doesn't have to be as good with a star running back like Matt Forte. He can get his own yards. And it looks like the Broncos are going to start to throw to the running back a little more. At least they did last game. He's a guy who catches 60, 70 passes a year and makes something out of it. Matt Forte can be that mascara for your offensive line.
That's correct. Yeah. And I would say another thing, and this is props to the offensive line. I don't think the offensive line is as bad as the critics of the offensive line want to say it is. Is it great?
They're pretty good against Cleveland.
Yeah, well, Cleveland's not. Cleveland's a defense that you get healthy against if you're an offensive lineman.
True.
But Forte would make a big difference. Vernon Davis would make no difference.
You know, a lot of people are still in love with Vernon Davis. Let me throw this number at you. First of all, he's in his early 30s.
Right.
And he's starting to experience some injuries, all right? Second of all, take a guess how many catches Vernon Davis has since the first game of the 2014 season. His last 17 games, when he's been healthy and on the field, guess how many catches he's made?
25?
You're close.
Yeah.
Shockingly low, 30.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I was going to say a catch and a half a game.
Yeah.
No more than 2.
Yeah.
And so it was in that range.